Once upon a time, the Cowardly Lion asked, what do they got that I ain't got? The answer, of course, was courage. Dan Campbell and these Detroit Lions do not lack for courage after a 42-24 beatdown of the Carolina Panthers. They are 4-1, and they've scored 30 or more in 3 of their last 4 games. Matt Dery from Locked On Lions joins me now. And Matt, after the Cowboys got pantsed on national television Sunday night, I'm going to ask it this way. When you look around the NFC at non-49ers teams, what do they got that the Lions ain't got?
No, Pete, I think right now, and Peter King wrote it this morning too, it's San Francisco, it's Philly, then it's the Lions. It is. And I'm not some shill for the team or a homer, even though I host the show. I truly believe it. They're playing very good, complimentary football right now. And think about this. I know Carolina's terrible, all right? Poor Julian Council, but like seriously, no Brian Branch, no Amon-Ra St. Brown, no Jahmyr Gibbs. Manuel Mosley plays 2 snaps. He snaps his other ACL, and they blow out Carolina. They're just playing really good football right now. It starts with a quarterback. Coaching staff, I mean, Ben Johnson's putting on a clinic as offensive coordinator, and they're in a good rhythm right now.
What is it about Ben Johnson? What is it about the way Jared Goff is playing? Jared Goff was lights out in this game. 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, a 132 quarterback rating. What makes them so malleable right now?
I just think they play with a lot of confidence, and it all starts up front. I know, back in the day when you and I were in high school in the 90s and early 2000s, I don't want to date you, but I'm 50 now. The coaches used to always say, it starts in the trenches and you got to block and tackle. Well, the Lions are doing the basics. Their offensive line is really, really good. Their defensive line, this is something that not many people realize. Their D line and their run defense through the first 5 games is holding opponents to a low number, the lowest number since the 1930s. All right. Wow. And I'm not saying it's a dominant run defense, and who knows, next week they could go to Tampa Bay and, it could be the ghosts of Dunn and Alstad that could run it up against them. But honestly, they're stopping the run, running the ball, and blocking for their quarterback. And it's just basics like that. It's not like they have Justin Jefferson on the outside or the kid from the Dolphins rookie running back or Tyreek Hill that's putting up all these video game numbers. It's just solid complementary football with blocking and tackling. And their focus was great yesterday because, like you said, all those guys out. They could look ahead to the Tampa game in Tampa this Sunday where they move it to 425 and everything. Instead, they were focused on beating up on a winless team, and that's exactly what they did.
So just to put a finer point on it, when you look around the NFC, I came into this going, is Detroit the second best team in the NFC? Because I feel like they certainly have a case. Now, San Francisco right now seems like they're in a tier by themselves, but I think you can make a good case. The Lions are the second best team in the NFC right now.
You could. I still would say Philly's there. I mean, Philly's not played all that well, and they're still 5-0. Jalen Hurts can do special things, especially when he's flush from the pocket, something Jared Goff cannot do. But again, Goff's jersey's been clean for weeks now because the offensive line has done such a good job. And because they've run the football, David Montgomery over 100 yards in back-to-back games and a touchdown, first line running back to do that since Kevin Jones years ago. So that sets up the pass game. And I guess you could make an argument and something maybe I'll throw out on the shows this week about Lions and Eagles. But look, I think Detroit likes where they're sitting right now. Their focus is to win this division, get that home playoff game for the first time since 93. You remember Favre to Sterling Sharp, and then we'll see. We'll go from there. And I think that their focus remains just doing that. Little things, kicking game's been good. Punter Jack Fox, kicker Riley Patterson have been great. So everything seems to be clicking right now.
I think, too, if you look at the Eagles' schedule, they beat a bunch of teams that, at least right now, do not look like they are great teams. The Lions have wins over the Patriots, over the Chiefs, and a different dynastic team. Yeah. And over the Seattle Seahawks. Both of them look like pretty solid playoff teams at this point. So if you're going to make the case for the Lions, that's another good one right there.